Hi everyone, welcome to Tutsi at Mama channel. So this video is going to discuss the Pearson Edexcel IAL Business Student Book 2 by Rob Jones. Well, this is actually the essential reading for the Edexcel curriculum business. So just moving on, just to give you a sneak peek on the book. Well, the book is actually well structured with its contents. So you will be dealing with Unit 3 and 4 papers in this book, as it's the second year of your A-levels. So Unit 3 is further broken down into 6 sections, as you can see, built in with 21 chapters, and Unit 4 is built in with 4 main sections from chapters 22 to 37. So as you can see, Unit 3 deals about business decisions and strategy, and Unit 4 is going to deal with global business. So basically, for your examination, you will be having 2 main papers for Unit 3 and Unit 4. That's Paper 3 and Paper 4 for your IA2 or the second year of your IAL. So speaking a little bit about the papers that you'll be sitting for the Edexcel examination. So I think you might be aware with the COVID happening around the last 2 years. So unfortunately, both during the last year and this year, the June sessions were cancelled. The examination was cancelled due to the COVID uprising, and this year for the 2021 it had been decided that their students still can sit an unseen paper, and in addition to that the schools had to provide 3 pieces of additional evidence to back up the performance shown in the unseen paper. So basically, the last 2 years, 2021 and 2020 June sessions, have been really hectic for most students because, as you know, there are a lot of students who do last minute work, and I'm sure most of those students must have been struggling, especially in proving up the evidence forms, because most schools were apparently operating online most of the time. So timed evidences, tests, these have been really difficult to gather. So anyway, those who sat the exams in 2021 January are in that case lucky because they just had the Edexcel examination only. Their grades were released in March. But anyway, with the hope that this normal setting will come in back very soon, right? We're gonna focus on, if a normal setting like this comes up, what kind of things you need to be aware when you face this exam. So basically, both paper 3 and paper 4 for IA2 business are written exam papers with the codes mentioned here, and you can use calculators, and each of these papers are awarded by 80 marks for 2 hours, and it counts into 50% of the IA2 score, which means it's 25% of the whole IAL score. So the papers are available usually in January, June, and October, and both of the papers consist of 3 main sections, where section A is about short and extended response questions, which is 40 marks. Section B has a 20-mark essay question, and section C has again another 20-mark essay question. So talking about the structure, section A is comparatively easier to score when you consider with section B and section C, because section B and C involves a lot of critical analysis and evaluation. And of course, for 20 marks, you need to write proper content to score the marks, building good relationships among the points you've written. So to do all of this, of course, you will get a source booklet along with your question paper, which has practical case studies, and questions will be centered on that. Of course, centered on the topics you've studied in your syllabus, which is actually covered in this book. So when it comes to what they actually test in the exam, the main things they check are the knowledge, application, analysis, and evaluation. So talking about this, we have several types of questions that can be mainly tested in the IA2 exam level. So the first type is the questions that start with the word calculate, which is usually for about 4 marks, and it's merely calculations based on formulas, etc. Or construct, where you need to construct a diagram, or explain, where you need to briefly explain a certain concept or a effect, etc. And analyze, which is the next step of 6-mark question, where we need to look at the pros and the cons, but of course with more weight given to either the benefits or the problems of a situation. And discuss, again, is an in-depth analysis question, which is for 8 marks, but it needs to be more balanced with more application provided to suggest your judgments. And always a discuss question need to have positive and negative both together. It's the same with assess, which is for 12 mark, which means there will be more critical analysis required there. And lastly, for evaluation, a 20-mark question, critical application analysis and a good judgment based on your discussion is required to get the 20 marks. So this is why Section B and Section C of both Unit 3 and Unit 4 papers are very critical, because the evaluation question involves so much of efforts to be put in to score the best possible mark. With that being said, I hope all of you are ready to hit the best shot for both Unit 3 and Unit 4 papers. Well, it is quite an easy task if you're going to start focusing right from the beginning with proper time spent on key concepts and grasping more of practical examples and understanding these concepts using practical business scenarios, because memorizing does not really work in this subject except for definitions or key points, but it's more of understanding it and remembering the thing like a story. So with that, guys, I wish all of you good luck and stay tuned. You'll have more videos discussing the key areas that will be tested for your IA2 business examination. Have a good day. If you have not liked and shared this video, please do. And if you have any special concerns, do not forget to comment it and like my channel Tutsi and Mama, which is full of fun videos with me and my kitty, plus educative videos which will be uploaded in future to come. Stay safe.